Americans are showing up in force to protest Donald Trump's aggressive agenda. In Washington, D.C., thousands marched yesterday against Trump's law enforcement takeover. And in Chicago, thousands more rallied against his threatened deployment of federal troops and expanded immigration crackdown. And in Missouri, frustration is now boiling over inside the state legislature, where President Trump is pressuring Republican lawmakers to push through new gerrymandered congressional maps. The proposed map would dismantle Missouri's 5th congressional district in Kansas City, currently represented by Democrat Emanuel Cleaver. But Democrats in the Missouri House are fighting back. On Thursday, 3 state representatives launched a sit-in on the House floor. They're protesting not only the gerrymandering push, but also a separate Republican proposal that would make it nearly impossible for voters to pass citizen-led ballot initiatives. That sit-in has now hit a 68-hour mark and counting. Joining us now are 2 of those lawmakers leading the protest, Missouri State Representatives Ray Reed and Jeremy Dean. Please get these guys some espresso. Please also walk us through the Missouri Republican special session as unconstitutional. That's how you've challenged it. You've cited a lack of quorum. But can you explain exactly how the state legislature has broken protocol here? Help our viewers understand the whole process.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us on this morning. We're really glad to be here to be able to spread the word about what's happening here in Missouri. Republicans, as typical, especially here in the state of Missouri, have continued to choose to do all of this work behind closed doors, having sessions as short as 5 seconds or less here in the state capitol. Right now, according to the Constitution of Missouri, we have to have a quorum in order to conduct business, and we have not had that on a single day. We've tried to bring that to the attention of the person on the dais. They continuously ignore us on the House floor, and so that's kind of what we're fighting here. Is that kind of pushing good?
Representative Reed, what's become clear to all of us is that Donald Trump is leading this effort for Republicans across the country. We saw what happened in Texas. It also seems like Missouri Republicans are taking their cues from Donald Trump as well. What are you guys doing to find out how this shook out and what kind of information has been shared between, I don't know, maybe the White House and Missouri Republicans, maybe even the governor?
Yeah, it really sounds great to understand Missouri Democrats are fighting back, because that's exactly what we're doing. Just today, actually, we filed a sunshine request to the governor's office to demand that he release any and all correspondence between the governor, his staff, and the White House.
And what are you expecting to find? What are the conversations you guys think happened there?
I think it's pretty simple. President Trump tweeted, "Give me these maps." Then not too far after that, the governor produced some maps. So we're almost certain that this map wasn't drawn by anyone here in Missouri. It was drawn exclusively by politicians and backgrounds.
And I want to pull up the numbers here, because some recent polling from the DCCC shows that a plurality of Missouri voters oppose this partisan redistricting. 44% of voters oppose it, and only 37% support it. 19% are unsure. State Rep Dean, what are you hearing from your voters that is driving what you and your cohorts, your colleagues are doing right now in trying to block this from happening?
Yeah, so unlike our Republican colleagues here in the Missouri House, whenever we heard about this scheme, the first thing that we did was set up town halls across the state. We started fielding questions from people, and what we've heard across the aisle, no matter what you identify as partisan-wise, people are not for this. They believe in what America is built on, which should be transparency, making sure that people know what's happening. And I think there's just really generally a lack of support for this specific special session, while people are continuing to have issues with paying for gas, groceries, rent. We're continuing to try and defund education and attacking people on a personal level. And so I think Missourians are really fed up with what we're seeing right now. And we've got to step up and start fighting back to start getting the actual results that we need from our state government.
I looked at the house.mo.gov, and there are more than 3 Democrats who are in the House. Where are the rest of your colleagues? Why are they not with you?
Yeah, we all, we all have a role to play in this. It's no coincidence that Jeremy and I happen to be the youngest members of the Democratic caucus. I think this is what the future of the Democratic Party looks like. It looks like fighters. It looks like people who are willing to put their bodies on the line and stand up and fight for our democracy.
Do you think it's a failure on their part to not be standing with you guys? What we hear from Democrats across the country is they want their representatives, local, state, and federal, to be fighting. Is it a failure on their part to not be standing with you?
I wouldn't say that, because they have been supportive of us, coming to drop off supplies for us, helping push us on social media, and keeping us encouraged as we've been going through this trying process.
Yeah, and like Rep. Reese said, we've all got a role to play, right? And so we've got people still actively traveling the state doing town halls. We had people that sat in committee almost an entire day the other day fighting hand and fist trying to stop this in the committee level. And then we've got people that are also going to be fighting extremely hard on this House floor next week. So everybody's got a role to play, and we're trying to just fill in that spot here. So
I really have to know how you guys are feeling right now. I don't think I've ever been awake for 68 hours consecutively. But also, please tell us how you're feeling, but also if there's any message for Democrats across the country.
Yes.
yeah, so to be honest, obviously we're tired, but we're here and we're happy to be here because we know why we're here. We're going to fight until we get the answers that the Missouri people deserve. They deserve to know where these maps came from, why they're coming now, and truly who's going to be affected and who's losing their voice through these changes that they're pushing through. So we've had a lot of support. We're staying high in spirits and making sure that we just stay focused on the fight and pull here.
I'm feeling positive because, although, President Trump told these guys to have the maps done, they said, yes, sir, we'll have it done by Friday. The people have not quit. Folks have been flooding the Capitol, and this Wednesday coming up, there will be people flooding this entire building to rally against these maps, as the maps probably will be heading to the Senate by that point.
One of the things that we saw in Texas was National Democrats really backing the move. They were in lots of conversations with those representatives when they left and fled for quorum, to block quorum. What is your interactions with Hakeem Jeffries in the House, or Chuck Schumer, or the DNC chair, Ken Martin? Are they in close contact with you guys as you guys are working on this?
Chairman Ken Martin has been amazing in support for us. He's been there checking in on us every single day. Congresswoman Cori Bush has also been an amazing resource. Stacey Abrams from Georgia has also been amazing. David Hogg, former DNC vice chair, as well as Malcolm Kenyatta, current DNC vice chair. They've all been incredibly supportive.
Thank you both for joining us as you do this, and we will keep our eyes on Missouri. State Representatives Ray Reid and Jeremy Dean, have a good one, and good luck to you.